Hey everybody, it's Jeff. Welcome to another episode of Stay Rad Wine Blog TV. What do you know? Kara's out of town again. And so, of course, when she's out of town, I get a little bit creative and a little bit weird when it comes to the foods that I eat. But also, I like to make little videos for you guys and try different wines and do some pairings. Today, I was walking through Trader Joe's and I saw the Lucen Brothers, the Dr. L 2010 Riesling. Now, this is a German Riesling that is from the Moselle region. It's something that I think a lot of you guys are going to be able to find. Maybe if it's not this particular one, something that's very, very similar in your local grocery store if you just go to the Germany section. Now, traditionally, Rieslings from Germany, they tend to be a little bit sweet. They do make them in all different levels. There are Rieslings that are going to be really hot, really dry and are going to be loaded with a lot of acid. And there are ones that are going to be on that sweeter side. This one right here, sometimes you look at the labels enough and you can kind of figure it out. This one, I'm not too sure. It doesn't give any notes or indication about sweetness on there. They do talk about fruit and they do talk about acidity there. So I'm guessing it's going to be on the drier side. It's not going to be, I don't expect it to be ridiculously dry, like, the Rieslings from Alsace, France. But I'm not expecting it to be like overly sweet either. So it sounds like a good wine, definitely a food-friendly wine. And the reason why I was thinking about Rieslings was, I haven't gone shopping in a little while for food, and I was just looking around in my pantry, and I had this box of latke mix, potato pancake mix, and it's about I'm guessing it's 2 years old, because usually when I make latkes now I just use fresh potatoes and I don't use a box. But I got one and I said, what the heck, let me just try these. And whenever I have latkes, I like to do a combination of sour cream and applesauce on top. And I'm thinking of applesauce and I'm thinking of Riesling, and if you like applesauce, you're gonna like most Rieslings because there's a lot of that green apple in there. The applesauce, of course, is gonna bring a whole lot of sweetness, a whole lot of sugar, and if this is more on the drier side of a Riesling, I think the acidity of that is gonna play well with it. But I'll get to the food pairings in a second. Let's get to this wine. Screw top. And let's take a peek here. So, this is ridiculously light. When I was pouring this just now, it almost had the clear appearance of water. And to you guys right here, it's looking mostly clear. I will say from an angle, there are these hints of yellow, but you could read your newspaper right through this. You can see me right through this. Yeah, there you go. Now, on the nose, lots of honey. Honey is the first thing. A little bit of honey, a little bit of chlorine. Kind of it kind of smells the way your skin smells after you've gotten out of the pool. Not right away, but maybe 20 minutes afterwards if you haven't taken a shower yet. It's kind of like this salty, chlorine-y type of nose. Some petrol, some oily components there. Definitely some green apple. It does smell a little bit sugary, so I'm not expecting it to be completely dry. Maybe it is going to be on the much sweeter side of German Rieslings. Let's take a peek here. There is definitely some residual sugar in here, but it's not over the top. It's not even close to dessert-like. And there is just this rip-roaring acid to this. My mouth is kind of watering right now because there is this great acidity that balances out any residual sugar that is left over in there. I mean, that is the perfect balance of acid and sugar that I think a lot of you are really going to like in terms of a Riesling. Definitely some honey, definitely some apples, also like some like white apricots in there, like as you get close to the core. Um, and there is like that acidity is kind of like dancing around on my tongue. I mean, this is a really great. I'm expecting it to be a really great food-friendly wine, and that acidity is just making me so hungry, and that's why I make food, guys. I'm just gonna jump right into this. I don't know how many of you guys like to eat latkes. If you've ever had them before, I guess the best way to explain it is it's like a hash brown. I mean, there definitely are, latkes aren't going to be nearly as crunchy. They tend to be just a little bit softer in the middle, really crispy on the outside. The batter that you would make for a latke, it's gonna be a little bit, for the most part, a little bit creamier than you would get on the inside of a hash brown, which is just basically shredded potatoes crisscrossed. The reason why we like to go with like some applesauce there is because the fruit. The sweetness of it tends to play really well to the saltiness of the potato pancake. And the reason why we put that sour cream on there is because that fattiness and that creaminess kind of plays along with the salt. I mean, it's definitely a good pairing there. Hold on one second. I got this thing on my screen right now that says I have 20% of my battery life remaining, but you don't care, but that's why I had to touch the thing right there. Because that's all I saw. But we've got a lot of fun flavors that are playing with each other. We got acidity, we got sweetness, we got saltiness, we got that savory umami type of flavor that comes from the potatoes, and you've got the fattiness, and don't neglect that fat, and all those different components coming together. This is going to be kind of fun. Something that I did that's a little bit different is I did cut in some green onions into the batter. And I also sprinkled a couple green onions over the top. When you present them, you want to make them look, kind of cute there, and there'll be a picture underneath. But once you start eating them, just mush everything together, and it just tastes really good. I made sure to take a really small bite for you guys. Wow, I'm happy with this, and luckily I made like 20 of these. So, that's what I'm doing tonight, Kara. I don't know what you're doing on your cruise, but that's what I'm doing. Now, as far as the wine pairing with it, here's what's fun. When we match up this wine with that latke, with all the toppings, the perceived sweetness, the residual sugar that's left over in this Dr. L right here is nearly non-existent. You're really feeling just that acidity more than anything else. And it's cutting through that fat, and it's playing around with that fat. It's kind of livening the flavors. It's taking those flavors that are along your tongue and kind of picking it up to the roof of your mouth. It's kind of a fun little play there, and I really am happy. Oh, score-wise, the Lucen Brothers Dr. L 2010 Riesling from the Moselle of Germany. 89, solid, and for $10, about $10. You got to go get this. And I will say, there's plenty of Rieslings, German Rieslings out there that, everybody's a doctor on these labels, and a lot of them are bringing those same type of flavor profiles. Some are more on the dry side, some are more on the sweet side. I've never had one that I thought was disgusting. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure that'll happen in the future. But go ahead, leave a message or a comment, and let me know what you thought. Pick this one up. You're going to find this at a lot of places. And give me your latke topping of choice. Sour cream, applesauce, nothing, or both. Let me know. Everybody, stay rad.